Once upon a time, there were three little pigs, Nicky, Ricky, and Mickey. They were brothers. They also looked like each other, so each little pig wore a different color so that people could tell them apart. Fall came. The weather got colder. Mickey said,
"Let's build a house that will keep us warm."
but Nicky and Ricky wanted to play. They didn't want to build a house. Mickey worked on his house from the early morning until the sun went down. But Nicky and Ricky kept on playing all day long. At night, it was cold and scary. The little pigs sat in the dark, shivering. In the morning, Nicky and Ricky started building their own houses. Nicky took some straw and quickly put a house together. Ricky took some sticks and built a house out of them. Then they went to Mickey and started to tease him.
"We're already done, and you are still working on your house."
Their laughter woke up the wolf, who was sleeping in the bushes nearby. The wolf pounced at the little pigs, and they each ran to their own houses. The wolf chased Nicky first. Nicky hid in his straw house. The wolf huffed and puffed and blew the straw house away. So Nicky ran to Ricky's house, and they both hid in the house made of sticks. The wolf huffed and puffed and blew the house of sticks away. So Nicky and Ricky ran to Mickey's. Mickey was waiting for them. He let them in and slammed the door right in the wolf's face. The wolf tried everything to get in, but the house stood firm. So he climbed on the roof to try to get in through the chimney. But Mickey was smart. He started a fire in the fireplace. When the wolf slid down the chimney, he fell right into the fire. He jumped back up the chimney screaming. The wolf dove into the river to put out the fire on his tail. Wet and cold, he decided never to bother the three little pigs again. And the three delighted little pigs burst into song.
We're not afraid of the big bad wolf. The big bad wolf, the big bad wolf. Let him snarl at us all he wants, the greedy, silly wolf.
It was a warm summer evening in the Indian jungle when Mother Wolf woke from an unusual noise. Curious, she left the cave and made a strange discovery. In front of a bush lay a little bundle with a crying baby in it.
How helpless and sweet it is,
thought Mother Wolf, and, using her mouth, pulled it into the cave. Suddenly, the feared tiger Shere Khan poked his head through the entrance of the cave.
Give me the man cub. I found it, so I am allowed to kill it. Humans do not belong in the jungle,
he hissed. Because Shere Khan was too big to crawl into the cave, Mother Wolf gathered her courage. The man cub stays with us, she growled. Shere Khan drew back angrily with the words,
I will be back.
Mother Wolf called the baby Mowgli. Over the course of time, Mowgli met the bear Baloo and the panther Bagheera. The three of them became best friends.
We will teach you everything you need to know about the jungle,
they promised Mowgli. And they kept their word, too. Baloo showed Mowgli how to swim and how to get honey from a tree. It wasn't all that difficult if you made friends with the bees. Baloo also knew the language of the animals and taught it to Mowgli. Bagheera taught Mowgli how to climb trees and how to sneak up on another animal without making a sound. He also explained to him who his friends and enemies are in the jungle. You should especially fear the monkeys. They lie and they have no laws, said Bagheera. Mowgli became curious. He just had to know if what Bagheera had said about the monkeys was true. That's why he climbed up into the treetops while Bagheera and Baloo were asleep. Suddenly, Something pulled on his arms and legs, and he almost fell down. It was a horde of monkeys.
Let me go!
Screamed Mowgli, but it was no use. The monkeys only giggled and hauled him to the monkey city, an old Indian city ruin. Bagheera woke to the sound of Mowgli screaming. "Mowgli is in danger," he said in a panic. "We have to save him." But how? Baloo and Bagheera could not take on the monkeys alone.
I've got it.
Baloo shrieked happily.
We will set a swarm of bees onto the monkeys.
Quickly, Baloo went to all the bees' nests that he knew.
Come and help our friend Mowgli,
he said to his bee friends. Together, they went on their way to the monkey city. In the monkey city, Mowgli was already surrounded by a wild bunch of monkeys.
Tell us how to make fire, man cub,
they said to him.
We have to know. It is the only weapon against the tiger Shere Khan.
But Mowgli did not know how to make fire and was scared. The monkeys became angry. They screamed loudly and waved sticks around and moved in closer and closer to Mowgli. At this very moment, Bagheera, Baloo, and the bees entered the monkey city.
quickly, get the monkeys!
Baloo called out to the bees. The huge swarm flew right at the monkeys with a loud buzzing noise. The bees stung them all over their bodies, making the monkeys scream loudly and run in different directions. Baloo's plan had worked. Mowgli was able to escape. Baloo and Bagheera were relieved that they had managed to save Mowgli, but they were also disappointed in him. You have not taken our warning about the monkeys seriously and needlessly put us all in danger, Bagheera said angrily.
Maybe it would be better if you went back to the humans,
Baloo added, with his head bent low. Mowgli was very sad and ran away crying. Mowgli walked through the jungle aimlessly for a long time. All of a sudden, black thunderclouds formed. It got so dark that he could not see where he was walking anymore. Suddenly, he heard a loud bang. Lightning had struck the tree right beside him. For a second, everything was bathed in light. Mowgli was frightened because Shere Khan stood directly in front of him, baring his teeth. The tiger had been following him unnoticed all along. Finally, I've got you, man-cub, Shere Khan roared. Mowgli's knees started to shake, but then he remembered what the monkeys had said.
Shere Khan is afraid of fire.
Immediately, Mowgli had an idea. He quickly ran to the tree that had been struck by lightning. There was a fire now. Mowgli picked up a burning stick and bravely poked Shere Khan with it. He burnt his nose. Shere Khan howled in pain and ran away. Mowgli had been lucky.
Baloo and Bagheera were right. The jungle is too dangerous for a human.
He reflected sadly and made a decision.
I have to live amongst humans.
Mowgli said goodbye to his family and friends with a heavy heart. You will always be my child, said Mother Wolf with tears in her eyes.
You will come and visit us once in a while.
Won't you? Asked Baloo and Bagheera.
Of course. You will always be my family and my best friends.
Then Mowgli went away.